Desire, do you think I'd stumble? Do you think I'd lay down and die? Oh no, not I. I will survive. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boat Road Bullies podcast.
Woo! Oh gosh, that is loud.
That
On
was
there.
well, yeah, way to ruin it. That was our pregame concert sponsored by
The Sixers.
The Sixers. Not really, but the LED lights I have hanging in the room. Welcome. It is me, Izzy G. To my right, I have Connor High, also known as C Money by few. And then on the far end there,
messages.
and then on the far end there, I got Grassy Knoll. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. Sixers are on. Currently, is this the first we're seeing Yabusele tonight?
It better not be.
Crazy.
I'll riot.
Anyway, welcome. How we feeling, fellas?
I wish the Sixers were doing better.
I mean, that makes two of us.
I'm doing pretty good. It's a Monday night. Changing up the schedule a little bit this week.
All because.
All because I have to go into enemy territory in St. Louis for work.
Ooh.
I'm very excited to see if I can get tickets to the St. Louis Rams for Thursday Night Football.
Actually?
Wait. Wait, for Thursday night football?
I'm kidding.
That's crazy.
Don't we play the Rams on
Sunday night
football?
And the Rams are in
He's
LA.
making a joke that they're no longer the St. Louis Rams.
I can't say the Cardinals because we're very out of season, and then
I
that's
mean,
pretty
you
much.
could.
Well, I mean, I guess we could,
Connor's
but
gonna buy a ticket to an empty stadium.
I'm just gonna be sitting there like, where's
cheering.
everybody?
Go off, Paul Goldschmidt.
Go, Nolan Arenado.
Ew.
Aaron Nolanado. Anyway,
Is Adam Wainwright still pitching for this team?
Adam Wainwright. That's
the
disgusting.
world's worst commentator.
Where's Albert Pujols?
Real quick, though, can we just talk about that? How bad that crew was for the NLDS?
AJ Przinsky too.
All of them.
Yeah, they
All of
were
them
all
were-
not good.
They were
I chose
so
not to
bad.
know any of them by name. That was a filthy step back.
That was I'm honestly surprised he didn't put up a shot.
What is Caleb doing?
I was so excited when I found out that we were on Fox, but I also was highly
I thought
anticipating
we were
getting
gonna
Joe
get the
Davis.
good, I thought we were going to get the good crew like last time.
Yabusele. I'll take it.
I really wanted Joe Davis, and we did not get Joe Davis.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about the Phillies because they hurt my soul.
I know. Kind of same. We will bring up the Phillies at some point because we do have like a few notes on free agency, but not yet. So the Sixers lost to the Magic the other night. Had a couple days off. They're back playing against the Heat tonight. They're down by 14, which kind of seems to be a thing with them, where they're losing.
They just have zero consistency from the 3-point line outside of Jared McCain.
Well, and I think that's kind of what's killing them. It's like Paul George hasn't been the greatest 3-point shooter to start the season. Like Maxey, obviously, he's hurt right now. But like even he was a little inconsistent to start the season.
Yeah, he was putting up threes, but he'd shoot like
He was shooting
10,
like
11,
20.
12,
Yeah.
and make 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
And
No,
it's like,
exactly.
it looked better than it probably was.
You know, the final results were like, oh, Maxey finishes with what, like 25, 30 points, but he's also doing it on, 25,
shots.
30. Yeah. So, so, I mean, they're definitely missing Maxey right now. You can kind of tell. But, like, and the thing is, too, it's like you go into these spurts where it's like, second, third quarter, like Sixers they'll play strong in the first quarter and a half, and then they get into the third quarter, and it's like the wheels start falling off. Like, essentially like it is right now.
Yep. Gershon.
Yeah, like that's part of the problem. There's not enough 3-point shooting on this team.
No.
Whereas, like, I think like Drummond does a pretty solid job of getting his twos, and kind of same with Caleb Martin, and Paul George has been okay. Like, but essentially the only 3-point shooting you're really getting right now is from Jared McCain. Like, you're not even getting it from Eric Gordon. You're not getting it from Paul George.
Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, no, especially not Kelly Oubre. And that's the thing. Like, they're good at getting to the basket, but nobody can shoot the three.
Nah, I wouldn't be surprised if they made a move here sooner rather than later just to try and bring in like a lights-out shooter. I don't know who. I haven't really divulged into because the only name I ever remember hearing was what's the dude that's in Brooklyn right now?
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, and I don't know how prolific of a 3-point shooter he is.
He's okay. He's solid.
So I mean, we'll kind of see. Oof.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed by just the lack of 3-point shooting. That
Everything
this
else
team.
has been like decent to solid. but it's just the 3-point shooting. And again, in the era of basketball we're playing in right now, if your team can't knock down the three, you're almost down to lose.
I mean, you're not going to be able to keep it, especially. I genuinely believe the Sixers hit 1 3 that entire
quarter.
Yeah,
Probably.
Well, the Heat, they showed the graphic. I think they hit like 7 or 8.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And that's the difference right now. They were up going into the third quarter, and now they're down by what, 14?
Yep.
Like, that's the difference. So, I don't know. I know we kind of talked a little bit last week about how frustrating the Sixers have been, and the week before, and just at this point, like, I don't really know what more is to really say about them. I mean, they're 2-10. They're on the verge of 2-11 right now, unless they have some sort of comeback. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of sense of urgency right now.
No, and even like Tyrese Maxey, like I don't know if you saw on Twitter where he was just like, "Hey, like hang with us. Like I still believe in this team," and I'm like, I mean, I do too on paper, but like once you put pen to paper, like I got to see results. Like, and again, you're losing against teams like.
They should have beat the Magic.
Yeah, the Magic were without Paolo, and now I know they were kind of like rolling leading into that.
Yeah.
But like, you got to find ways to win that game where it's like, hey, their best player is out. Hey, Jimmy Butler hasn't played a game in like 10 days.
Yeah.
Like, and now I get it. Joel Embiid was questionable. Actually, he was doubtful tonight with an illness, and so he's probably not. Not that he was 100%, but he's probably not where he should be at.
I'm kind of curious.
Or whatever the words I'm trying to find are.
I'm curious how many points he's actually up to tonight.
I bet you it's like 12.
You're probably not totally off, but let me see. He's got 9.
Oh, well, I was close.
9 points. But it's not even like he's having a bad night. It's like 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting, 1 of 2 from 3.
Yeah, he's just not getting volume right now. And I think it's just, again, he's probably gassed.
George has 18, but he's also 1 of 6 from 3. Caleb Martin is 2 of 6 from 3. Like, you have Kyle Lowry, who's been abysmal from 3. He's 0 for 3 tonight. McCain's 3 for 6. But, like, Oubre 0 for 2. Dowden 0 for 1. I don't know why Drummond put up a 3.
That was a heave.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. Eric Gordon 1 for 4. Like, Yabusele. Like, those are terrible splits. They're gonna have to start knocking down threes.
That's a fun graphic. Philadelphia in the third quarter scored 16 points. Tyler Hero by himself scored 16 points in the third quarter alone.
Love that for us.
Oh, by the way, I did ask Matt about Amon-Ra. He said no.
Kind of figured.
Yeah, he said Moore, Ayuk, and Addison are all movable, but Puka would have to be a crazy overpay, and I'm not willing to do that. So
Okay, well then you move on.
that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah,
That's life.
that's live.
We can't do that, remember?
Oh yeah, that's
Dude,
right.
Jared McCain is crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, he is the only guy that can consistently hit threes on this team.
The only good part about the Sixers being asked early in the season is that it's forced Jared McCain to play minutes, and he is balling.
I love it.
Like, I don't even think the Sixers expected this. You know what I mean?
No, like, I know they were high on him in the draft, and like they said that there was only like X amount of guys. Oh gosh, they really fouled Embiid on that. That's terrible.
On the floor.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if that was in the act of shooting, which it honestly could have been.
It probably could have been.
Yeah.
He's gassed. Holy cow, dude! It's been 57 seconds into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I feel for the dude because you can clearly tell he's not 100%. And whether it's the injury, whether it's the illness,
Whether it's both.
it could be also both. Like, he just does not seem.
They
Did we just get a
cannot-
5-second?
No, we called timeout. They cannot inbound the ball. This is the second time they've had to do that tonight, by the way.
I miss Nico Batum a lot.
I miss, like, actual designed inbounds plays instead of, like, hey, it was a 5 seconds. Never mind.
That's crazy.
Instead of, all they do is they set Joel at the free throw line, and then they roll a guard off of that.
Yep.
And then what the Heat have been doing is they just then leave the inbounder and double Joel.
Yep.
So then it's like panic mode. Oh, it's a fun matchup. Bam Adebayo and Jared McCain. I'll live with that.
Oh, wow.
result.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he's shooting a fadeaway jumper at the free throw line, I mean, you'll take that. But you just
78 a
gotta
week.
get some points. I mean,
Nope. Instead,
That's-
we get a behind the no look. He does that too much.
and that was like pretty early in the shot clock too, and then we give up a 3 the other way.
Yeah, I am not a fan of Caleb thinking he has to force his offensive game, at least early into the season. It was working when you. I'm not going to say working, but it was like understandable. Good find. He sold it.
I don't love Embiid on the ground.
I do.
Jared, nope. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's certainly been a frustrating start to the season for sure.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the East has been terrible outside of like the Cavs. So
I
It's
know.
like whatever.
Well, and that's probably part of the reason why there's like not a whole lot of sense of urgency because it's like it's not like they're too far off in the East, you know. You have George trailing. Okay.
Why use Paul George when you have Jared McCain?
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I would have. It was the 2-on-1. I would have just thrown it back to George and let him throw down. But I
No.
guess Jared's got to get his right.
Right, and at this point, I'd prefer it that way.
Yeah, kind of same at this point. Rebound. There we go. Okay.
Jared McCain rebound.
He does it all.
No!
Caleb Martin. And oh my gosh, that's so bad. And he just totally whiffed on the layup.
Travel.
Well,
Good
there's
Lord.
at least the impact of Joel Embiid out there. Hit the three. No, stop. Everybody stop driving to traffic. We have done that every single possession, and it's driving me nuts. Like, that's the thing. There's no offensive cohesion, you know?
Looking to see if we should challenge.
Are we challenging? At this point, like, we might as well. As terrible as we are at challenges.
Oh my god, dude!
We
We've
go to
been
a TV timeout. All
dreadful.
right, give me 2 seconds.
TV timeout. All right. Well, we lost our producer.
I think he's fixing something.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he's taking his clothes off.
Oh no, Nolan, we haven't started the OnlyFans version of this yet.
What'd you change? Why is it always me?
I don't know. Connor's microphone is awesome, and like for some reason your microphone is really quiet.
Oh god.
Might not work out
Oh no.
because you're
Oh no.
loud if that's the case.
It's gonna work.
It's gonna work. Oh wow.
Keep talking.
How about now?
He's double the talking.
I'm double fisting.
Now I'm talking into Nolan's mic. Oh gosh. Double fisting microphone.
Man, this is actually crazy. I know, right? It's really wild.
Ugh,
Okay.
All right. We're back.
All right,
I think.
let's have a conversation.
All
We
right.
have been. You
Yeah.
interrupted.
Keep
Well,
going,
I mean, you said we were having a conversation.
You
I
put
was
us
ready
on
for
the
the
let's have a
conversation.
Put us
conversation.
on the
Yeah,
spot.
we were waiting for the
What if we
conversation.
conversated about the conversation that wasn't there?
God, I hate technology right now.
This is why they pay you the big bucks.
I don't get paid at all. I've sunk more money into this than I've gotten paid.
Yeah, maybe if you stopped buying Jolly Ranchers, you'd be.
Dude, those are so
afloat.
good.
They are really good.
Those are
They're
so
really good. You know what else is really good? Shrimp.
Connor and I devoured like an entire thing of like
Like the shrimps that you get
Yeah,
at like the
that's
grocery
right.
store.
servable shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, it was really good, and I've been looking forward to it all day.
I
Because
walked into my basement and Connor's like, "I've been waiting for you."
With
There's
shrimp.
Just, there's just shrimp. It felt kind of romantic. I felt like I should have like opened a bottle of wine.
like we should like cross arms as we're like eating the shrimp.
Right. It
Well-
would have been really cute.
Well, now I know what to get you for Valentine's Day
Oh my god.
with a baguette
Why a baguette?
because it's fancy.
Something about shrimp and a baguette.
There's clear and conclusive video evidence.
Which are old as shit.
Hey, we
Successful
actually won a
challenge, we
challenge.
did
Let's
it.
go. We did it.
Gotta celebrate the little things.
Hey, I honestly don't think I could tell you the last time we won a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't like. So there's the block
So they're saying he was fouled, I guess.
before the ball went
Yeah.
out.
A first for
His first for
DJ
D-
Moore, and no, tell
No.
him no. Tell him he's done. Tell him you're closing off trade talks. I want you to straight up just message him and
I
say,
want you to counter and.
Well,
My favorite thing about Sleeper is you can counter and ask for every single one of his players and not send anything back. Just don't even respond. Just you looked at it, just close it.
Yep.
But like, yeah,
Decline and close. Say you're done.
Oh, see, I'm petty. I leave it open. I give them false hope.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do that too.
Yeah,
If a trade is that bad,
Yeah, our bad. Look at this inbounds play.
he does not know where to go with it, and we turn it over. Like, that's crazy. We got to stop doing that. Maybe. Listen, I love Jared, but maybe we should probably stop having the rookie inbound the ball,
I agree.
especially against the Heat that are going to throw all sorts of different looks at you. Go, Joel.
Should have went back to Jared. Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's a wide open look too for Paul George. Like, he's got to start hitting threes.
he has to. I think he will.
He will. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there's still some rust that he's like shaking off a little bit, but like, get the board, man.
You're so bad at rebounding.
We really are. And I know
I'll
Joel.
take that.
It looks like Joel's really trying out there, but he's just moving in slow motion. Board. Go, Ricky. Ah, man.
Ricky, dive.
I really do like the fact that Ricky Council's at least out there.
I don't.
I mean, I guess if you need 3-point shooting, I guess he's not the guy to have out there, but
I mean, I don't know who. What's the other options?
I mean, Eric Gordon, but we've seen how terrible that's
Martin?
been. KJ Martin can't shoot threes.
He was hot to start the season.
I don't know about from three. I mean,
Yeah,
he looked okay, but I don't know. I'm still not sold on his 3-point shooting.
What's crazy is they've missed like 5 consecutive shots, and it's still 14.
Yeah, like we can't close the gap because we're doing boneheaded stuff on defense. And there's nope, not another turnover. And there's the turnover.
What in the world?
Oh, it's just so bad. That is just so bad. And there in
Joel-
Embiid's
and Joel is
Joel-
leaving
Joel
the
has
stadium.
Joel has
Joel's
joined the
left
crowd.
building.
He has now joined the Heat.
He's really hoping
Fans.
someone misses some free throws for some chicken or something. That's a foul. Never mind.
That's an offensive
how's that an
foul.
offensive foul?
That's crazy. We're just playing so bad.
This does not look like a Nick Nurse team.
No, and that's the thing I keep telling myself. It's like you watch Nick Nurse teams of the past between even like the bad Toronto teams, and like this is not that, you know.
They at least have some fluidity.
Now, granted, I get that, those Toronto teams at least had like Nick Nurse coaching them prior, so they kind of already like
Yep.
But
Understood it.
but there's no cohesion in this team. Like, it's just all ISO and wild like there's no chemistry built. So I don't know. Sooner or later they're going to have to figure things out.
And then what's crazy is they're going to make another move and bring in another key piece and then have to do it all over again.
Yeah,
We have 15 turnovers.
it's so bad.
But to be fair, Miami has 13, so it's not like
But like the thing is, our defense has really not been terrible.
it's a travel.
Like, I just think our offense has just been that bad.
I
and
agree with you.
It's been that bad for pretty much the full start of the season. I mean, essentially, the only wins that you've gotten is you've gotten Jared McCain going off for, 27 points, and you've gotten Tyrese Maxey going off for 45.
Your
and
offense is coming from Jared McCain right now.
swing it. There's Ricky.
Ooh.
Again,
Ew.
it's
I felt that brick from my soul.
I mean, it looked like he, I don't know if you saw that. It looked
Yeah.
like his,
I had a weird hitch.
yeah. And
And we're giving up layups.
it's not good. No bueno.
What are we down?
A lot.
18?
Yeah. I mean, Embiid's out of the game. I get that he's probably gassed, but
2-11.
it seems to be that way. Yeah. I don't think this is our night, boys. I mean, granted, there's about 5.5 minutes left.
What, they go on an 18-0 run and
I mean,
5.5
crazier
minutes?
things have happened. All right, 20-0 run. Yep, I think we are waving the white flag.
Dude,
Also, I can't help but think that the Heat uniforms look like the Pelicans.
they're terrible. I don't care what you think they look like. They're actually terrible. And the fact that we're losing to the Heat while they're wearing them makes it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You look at how they started with the Miami Vice, and like they had all those different variations, and
Yeah,
then they
it
were
just
like,
went downhill from there.
but then it's like heat culture now, which I think is just stupid.
We get it. It was like a meme that they were like, what if we took that meme and made it serious?
And then, well, okay, I guess this is a good topic of conversation. Let's talk about the City Connect uniforms or City
Yay.
Edition jerseys. I love the Sixers.
Yes.
They brought back the Spectrum jerseys.
I think they're like a top 5.
I would agree with that. I think the Spectrum jerseys are elite. I think they were elite a few years ago when they first brought them out. We have another trade pending. And
Yeah.
trade completed
2027 second
for Michael
for
Pittman.
Michael Pittman.
Wow.
So
Okay.
good on your brother, Gav, for making that happen.
I-
Speaking of that,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of loving this trade deadline because, like,
a lot of stuff is happening.
well, the trade market has really been dead for the longest time, and now things are kind of like flying around here.
yeah, speaking of that,
You're welcome.
yeah, you kind of started that.
What with your trade? Oh, with you
Me
you
being
two.
me,
Yeah.
me basically being
Gotcha.
added into the league
Gotcha.
because now I'm fresh meat to these guys,
You are
and I've only made 2 trades.
very fair. I gotta find the City Edition jerseys.
Yeah, essentially it's
They're
the
ba-
same
yeah, they're
Spectrum jersey,
Just
but
white.
instead of blue, it's white.
Which I
It
think
looks
it's
clean,
yeah,
but what I kind of hate is it just feels like a copy and paste.
but I don't hate that, and I wish
I
that
don't-
more teams would do that.
I don't either, but like again, this was supposedly the year we all thought the black unis were coming back.
and they keep teasing it.
Yeah, and then you had like again in the off season, you had the Slam magazine cover with Tyrese wearing it,
Yeah,
and it was like, oh my gosh, is this the year? And it just wasn't.
I don't hate the fact that it feels like a copy and paste, just because I wish more teams like. If there's something that works, I think you should stick with it.
Yeah, I get that. Again, at the same time, it would have been cool to see a different direction because they were like, oh, we're going to pay homage to the Spectrum and this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden they were like, and we're bringing it back. And I'm like, all right, well, like we already paid homage. Like, it's like how many like reunion tours can you actually do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I think, I don't know. I mean, if you ask like majority of Sixers fans, for some reason they hate the Boat Road jerseys. I love them, me personally.
Oh, yeah. I was a fan of them.
I like them.
I just like, apparently there was a T. Love that.
Cool.
I loved the creativeness of the Boat Road jerseys.
Yeah, no, it's
And
it's
so,
like a Philly thing.
Again, this is not me saying that the Spectrum jerseys aren't creative. It's just I would have loved to see like, hey, what else could they pull out?
Yeah.
Even though I know the black unis are not creative. Why is Joel still out there?
Well, I don't know. I guess it's time for the run.
What run?
We're down by 19 with 5.5 minutes left. We can do this. Kelly Oubre for 3. Ooh,
Hey.
okay. There we go. There's 16.
Count it down with me, boys.
Let's go, brother. The City Connect, the first year that the teams did these City Connect jerseys, I think they were fantastic.
Like all of them or ours?
Most of them.
What was the first City Connect?
For Philly, it was the cream with the blue script that are essentially now like our red jerseys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
So
Jimmy sold that.
yeah, he did. He really sold out with the shot clock violation. No, I think our first ones were fantastic. The gray ones were solid. I understand what they were going for with the Rocky theme.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the white ones that they had, the earned edition,
Oh yeah.
the earned were fantastic because those were cool. Then you had it was the cream with Philadelphia scripted on. So those were pretty cool.
I don't think the Sixers have really missed with their Connect jerseys.
No,
Their City Edition. I think the Connect is the MLB, isn't it?
a City Connect, I guess, is MLB. I know I keep saying City Connect, but City Edition, I guess, because I don't know.
Ugh.
Yeah, so you have the black after that, which
The boat row.
the boat row, which everybody just kind of like doesn't like for some reason, which again I like.
I just like that they were creative.
Yeah, like I like that they kind of like took a chance on something. Then you have the Spectrum jerseys, which again I think are my favorite. You then go to the white ones that just say brotherly love, but they kind of like struck me more as like Christmas jerseys. Because
Hurts and D Hop for Knicks.
See,
Hurts and Hop for Bo Nix, Gino or Tua, Evans, and his second.
Does he keep sending you?
I told him. Basically, he asked me about his first, and I said I'll only deal that first if it includes.
You just gotta stop responding to him at this point.
I said I'll only do that if it includes
I
Amon-Ra
also
St.
sent you a
Brown.
trade.
You
And
sent me
then
a trade.
he said
I love trade deadline.
he
That's
said
really
no.
grooving here.
So now he just proposed another one that is my first for D Swift and DJ Moore.
No.
I don't want to deal a first because DJ Moore and D Swift are on a sinking ship with Chicago.
Oh, Nick also sent me a trade.
What did he send you?
Tony, he's just emptying the clip here
No.
for Bijan, Tony Pollard. Who's that? Braylon Allen. A second, a third, a first, and a second. Nah, I'm not trading Bijan.
You can't.
I can't.
Can I have Bijan?
Yes, Nolan.
Yay!
Ricky Council.
There's
Maybe
Ricky.
Chase Brown for Bijan.
Chase Brown for Bijan Robinson.
Straight up.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, can you accept my trade?
I'm thinking on it.
What-
I don't
what's your
know.
hesitation?
I don't know if I want Johnny Wilson.
Okay.
You don't want Johnny Wilson.
What about like Troy Franklin?
But Isaiah Likely.
Why Isaiah Likely?
I don't know. Just first name I saw. Yeah, but I don't hate.
I don't
Troy
want to be that.
Franklin.
I don't want to be that
Okay.
guy, but
Yeah.
like, I really just don't want to respond to this.
I'm telling you, do not respond. You have already
I-
made it clear, abundantly clear, multiple times.
I
that you're-
opened
First and
it.
Troy Franklin for Terry in a second.
I opened it, but at this point, I'm just gonna let it go.
Let it ride, brother.
Yeah, you just
I-
got to let it go at this point.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Sorry, Matt, but I told you multiple times. Those multiple times were twice, but so Sixers are heading towards a 2-11 record. Last week, you guys were saying about how your level of concern is very wishy-washy right now. Does this loss to put them at 2-11?
I jump
Up
up.
your-
I jump up from a 2 to a 3.
I was gonna say, does it up it at all?
It's
I think I went from a 4 to like 4 to a 5.
It's still so early. Like,
At some point, though, you got to start getting some wins here, because, and
Yeah.
I know the East isn't very strong, but you have to think now. Like, you say they likely lose tonight. You know, that's loss number 11. I guess to like really stand any chance in the East, your margin for error essentially becomes. Well, if that wasn't a metaphor for the Sixers game tonight, I don't know what is.
this is a nice move.
It was a nice move. He just couldn't get it to fall. But I don't even remember the point that I was making. At some point, like your margin for error, you're only going to have like 20
Yeah.
to 30 losses to play with going forward.
Yeah, and like I just still see it as like there's two things that I know will improve. Tyrese Maxey coming back
Mm-hmm.
and Joel getting back into game shape.
Right.
And so then I'm like, okay, I think that helps fix some of the issues. Now, I'm also banking on coaching all of a sudden kind of like honing in and being like, hey, like, here's what we have to do, and we're not doing it. You know what I mean? And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think the guys still know, like, hey, we're a competitive team.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't have kids. They keep you up. But like the guys aren't happy that they're going to be 2-11. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're not like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm sure.
Everything's got to be quick now. You're taking too long.
All right. Well,
And twos aren't going to do anything for you right now.
no, I mean, at this point, you probably should start chucking up some threes.
And I mean chucking like 7 seconds or less.
Like, you essentially run a Mike D'Antoni offense and just start running up, and
And you got to lock in on defense. And you can't do that when.
yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yep.
Well,
I don't know who's at fault there. I think Joel is.
I mean, he probably should have stretched out to the perimeter, but well, at least they're kind of playing through Joel now. They're kind of getting some buckets.
About time. And I wonder if they're leaving him in as conditioning.
I mean, maybe. I mean, just trying to build up stamina at this point. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I know you don't want to risk injury, but at this point, you need to kind of get him into game shape because you're probably going to need him more here.
No one else is crashing the boards. I think that's the other thing that's been irking me.
It's just kind of just been Joel.
Yep.
And it's not even like Joel is like fully crashing the boards because he's like only playing on one leg right now.
Yep.
Kelly Oubre, nope. I also kind of remember him being a better shooter last year.
Kelly?
Yeah.
He was. Again, I just think everyone that could be cold on our team outside of Jared McCain is cold.
Yeah.
I thought that Joel's just like walking, like, all right, whatever.
Just walking, like, gets the floorboard.
Ew.
Ew.
Good finish.
What was Ricky Council doing there? Injuring everybody, apparently.
Adding to his hoop mixtape highlight reel.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's going to go crazy on TikTok in like 10 years.
Dad, do you remember this guy?
Oh, of course, son. Of course I remember Ricky Council. I was used in his tweet when he signed the extension.
That's right.
Yeah, the Sixers Twitter loves you.
They do.
How many times have they given you a
Twice,
thing?
right?
Well, I did win. One time Sixers Twitter did give me free tickets to the Blue-White game.
Did you not go?
No, I actually did, but it was the one year that the court got like flooded or something. So I made the trip to go with my one buddy from college, and then we got word that the court flooded, and they were canceling the game.
That's crazy.
I know. So and I like reached out to the Sixers. I was like, "Can I get like tickets to an actual game?" And they never responded.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Did you
So
win those tickets just randomly?
it was like a Twitter contest or something. It was like literally just like retweet this post and we'll send you tickets, and then they did, and
Maybe they had too many winners and they were like, we can't play this game. We don't.
they
have
just
enough."
started like dumping buckets like on the court. All right. Well, Sixers lost again.
Yay.
Let's talk about the Eagles because that's
Okay.
at least a little bit more uplifting.
That wasn't a great game, but
Well, I definitely think Jalen Hurts was playing concussed. I think we can all collectively agree on that. We did get the win, which at the end of the day is what matters.
thank you, Saquon.
Saquon Barkley has been everything as advertised and more.
Thank you,
mostly
New York
more.
Giants.
And then again you have the New York Football Giants, who are now benching, they're
Danny
benching.
Derps.
Yeah, they're benching Danny Dimes,
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones
For
for Tommy DeVito.
now, did you guys also see that
Tommy
he is
Cutlass.
not that Danny Derps is not the backup?
Nah, it's
He's a third
Drew
string.
Lock.
He
Yeah.
dropped down all the way to third string.
So thanks Giants for that one.
Oh, hey, good ESPN football game.
17-10.
That's more points than they scored in the first half of the Thursday night game.
I need to check because
That's for
I
sure.
also
Did
really
CeeDee Lamb play?
did he play? Yeah, I think he did.
Yes, he was active, I think.
I need to check because my one fantasy football game is kind of reliant on depending on how the Texans do.
I know Joe Mixon has 2 touchdowns.
Oh gosh, it's not looking good. They're
So-
losing points.
Izzy, what do you think of the game on Thursday night?
Let me
get your-
think back all those weeks or all
Just
those
get your-
days.
Let's just get your thoughts on
It was one of those games where it like kind of felt like a trap game for the Eagles. Like, hey, you just went and beat up on Dallas. Like, all right, let's go play another division rival on a short week. They played well again. Like Connor said at the end of the game, the last couple of plays there, Jalen was definitely playing concussed. But yeah, I mean, I just think each week the Eagles more and more realize, like, hey, if we just give Saquon Barkley the ball more, like, really good things happen.
Well, he gets stronger as the game goes on. Like
yeah,
his
I think
second
you-
half
as you say,
stats.
it's like he averages like 8 yards per carry in the second
yeah,
half.
it's something ridiculous like that. And like
And so it's like really encouraging to see them actually like seeing that and being like, oh yeah, like we can continue to do that.
when the Eagles realize that their identity is running the football, that's when they're at their best.
Yes.
Regardless of when you look at the entire Jalen Hurts era, that when the Eagles are at their best is when they're running the football. Do you remember a couple years ago when it was Jalen's first year starting, and it was Nick Sirianni's first year, and fans were begging him to run the football,
Yep.
and he wouldn't, and then just all of a sudden there was that game against Detroit where they just repeatedly ran the football and ran for like 200 some yards or like 300 some yards, and he was like, oh, maybe we should do this more, and that's when they kind of kicked it into high gear. It's kind of the same with the year after, when they went to the Super Bowl. They used the run game using Miles Sanders to kind of set up the passing game. Last year they didn't really do that.
Holy terrible throw, Cooper Rush.
The run game was essentially like Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
An injured Jalen Hurts. So, and then you'd occasionally give the ball to DeAndre Swift, but I think we could agree they looked their best when DeAndre Swift was running free.
Yeah.
Because it's, we had talked about that Vikings game last year. Like, that was when Swift really popped off.
Yep.
So, I think it took them some time, but I think they finally realized that their
Also,
strength.
they're going for it on 4th and 10, and CeeDee Lamb just walked off the field. Timeout. Never mind. He'll be back out there. That just seemed like terrible coaching decision to be like, yeah, we're
Mike
not going to
McCarthy.
send our best player out
It
there.
is Mike McCarthy. I'm amazed that he's still coaching this team.
He'll be fired in 2 weeks.
You know
I
who-
would
you know
have
who
thought
I'm-
after the Eagles game he would
You
have
know
been
who I'm
fired.
really surprised that still has a job? WP.
Yeah.
Get
How? But like they could have fired him 4 weeks ago.
Oh, he's
and-
just throwing everything out there now. He's trying to unload the draft capital.
They could have fired him 4 weeks ago, and they just kept pushing it off, and then you get to the point where they lose. They didn't even score a touchdown against the Lions, and then it's like, okay, what are you waiting on? Like, if your season is a wash, why is he still on the team then?
Yeah.
And they're just like, they're just still letting him coach. It's like, what's the point?
Oh my gosh.
I
Ah,
didn't
man.
even-
Had he been in bounds for that would have helped me out in fantasy.
Any other remarks about the Eagles game, Izzy?
The defense. We haven't even talked about the defense.
I just love the defense, man.
They're balling.
I
They
love
are.
Zach Bond.
Quinion Mitchell shut down Terry McLaurin. Like,
Yeah, McLaurin had like one target the entire game, didn't he? Or
I think
two?
he had. I think I
was
legitimately
two.
think he had
two targets
He had
for
two
7
targets.
yards.
it was 2 targets, 1 catch for 10 yards was his final stat line. I mean, like, you want to talk about getting shut down by a rookie corner?
That's literally like the epitome of it.
And Cooper DeJean still looks really good.
And the line's starting to wake up too.
They are. Yeah, the
Like they're
defensive.
starting to figure it out.
Jalen Carter looks
Jalen
really
Carter
good.
is just a menace, dude. Like he might not have like the sacks that people would hope for.
Yeah, but he's got the hurries and the
I was gonna
rushes.
say,
and
he just disrupts everything. They snap the ball, and Jalen Carter is like 3 yards into their territory.
well,
Like,
and I think because Vic Fangio, I think he has done a really good job at figuring out what guys excel at. I think the fact that before I think they were trying to force something. They're trying to force Jordan Davis to do something that he's not.
yeah,
They're trying to force him to rush the passer, and he's just not built to do that. I think he's a great run stuffer, and
Oh,
that
absolutely.
showed on Thursday. But you kind of allow Jalen Carter to kind of like play like just hybrid, like I'm going to go get the quarterback, but I can also stop the run. Whereas like
Right.
you keep Jordan Davis out there to stop the run, you bring out Moro Jomo and Milton Williams to go get the quarterback. So I think they've just kind of found a rotation that works. I think it helps that Bryce Huff has kind of found himself a little bit. Josh Sweat has looked really good. Brandon Graham's looked really good. I'm trying to think, am I missing anybody on the line?
Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith, yes, thank you.
Yeah,
He
was sacked
has
last
looked
week.
really good also.
Again, these guys are just waking up.
Yeah, it's a young defense that I think needed a little bit of time. And I mean, Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean look like the best linebacking crew in football right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're just playing out of their mind.
they've been insanely good.
They've been so much fun to watch.
It's been really a breath of fresh air to watch this Eagles defense. Like C.J. Garner-Johnson even looks better compared to the first couple weeks. Reed Blankenship has that weird sliding interception thing that he does all the
Yeah,
time.
he just like falls on it.
He's like I saw somebody say he's the Zach Ertz of
Defenses.
defense. Yeah.
He's the Zach Ertz of white DBs.
Yeah, where he just like there's no yak.
Yeah.
But he'll make the play, he'll make the catch, but it's just like he'll slide or fall down the second that he makes the play.
Works for me.
Hey man, he leads the team in interceptions. So, how much longer do you guys think we'll have to wait before Cooper and Quinion get their interceptions? I feel like they're
I feel like
due.
they should have had it, or Quinion should have had his a couple weeks ago.
Well, yeah, when he ran into CJ.
Yeah. See, the thing is, though,
I say, here's my prediction. I bet Cooper DeJean gets his pick this week.
Against the Rams.
Yep.
I guess it depends. I mean, I feel like they're going to try and force feed Puka, so I guess it depends on who's him, or who's on him.
Cooper DeJean is him.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean
I guess it depends on who is
not
on
a
Puka.
Safety.
He's just the corner.
Claims that. Anyway,
Knock
we can't
down
do that,
your
remember?
number
Oh yeah, we
I
can't
thought
sing.
we
We can't be
couldn't do
singing
that.
songs. I'm sorry. I guess it sounds too much like
Also, I have 2 other people hitting me up for trades right now. I love the
this.
trade
I
deadline.
know. We're like trying to do a podcast. Meanwhile, our
Stressed.
trade deadline is like going on right now, and like I'm trying to see like what's going on. Izzy's offering me trades. Nolan is now asking me about Chase Brown,
No,
even though I
no,
asked
no,
him
no.
weeks before.
Connor has been asking me about.
Yes,
Chase
I've been
Brown,
asking about Chase
and
Brown.
I have just been neglecting him.
Yes, you have, and then you wait till the last possible second when we're recording a podcast, and now I can't think of who I would like to offer.
It's going bonkers.
It's going down.
I mean, we literally have till essentially the end of this football game that's on TV, so it's already at half. So don't look at me like that.
What do you think of the officiating on Thursday night?
The officiating,
The officiating.
I don't know.
Brother, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm trying to remember plays from like what almost feels like a week ago. I could tell you jack shit about the
Yeah, the
officiating.
officiating.
I-
Well, the officiating isn't really standing out to
The
me.
officiating was shit, is what I noticed.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah, I'm more referring to the not face mask call, even though.
I mean, they're pretty
it was
notorious for that.
But like, why though? Why is that now? The flags were thrown. They picked them. There were 2 clear flags on the Commanders in that game, and they were both picked up. That's the problem that I have. Right? Is like they're so like gung ho on throwing a flag for pass interference, but a very blatant face mask call is picked up, or they sit there and deliberate it for 30 seconds and then go, you know what? No, it's not.
Hey, actually, we know we saw his face mask get grabbed, but it actually wasn't a face mask.
Well, it was underneath. It was underneath the back of the helmet, but that's still a face mask. Technically, that's not the penalty is still considered a face mask, but it's not face mask. Whatever. But like, it's stuff like that where it's just like completely clear, yet somehow it's not being called. But a ticky tack pass interference call is going to get called every time. All the wide receiver has to do is fall down, and it's a pass interference call.
Yeah.
That's literally what the NFL has turned into.
Also, you might disagree. I don't like when there's a 3-point shot put up and it's rejected, because I always like to see if the 3-point shot is going to fall.
That's why they block it. You know that, right?
No, I know that's why they block it, and I know it's I know when a guy like just randomly will throw up a 3 and he like sees it go in, it's still like a mental thing for him.
Yep.
Like I understand that aspect of it. I'm just saying, me personally,
Ew.
I hate seeing it because I'm like
Yeah,
curious
those
if it is
future
actually
rockets.
going to go in, and I know that's exactly why they're blocking it, for the same reason that
I
I'm
love that they
complaining.
block it. You could just be like AI and shoot it again.
They just shoot it again, shoot it super high up, and it's somehow
Make it
still
touch
going.
the 1980 championship banner.
Yeah.
So a very big factor for me on Thursday night was Jake Elliott.
Oh,
About
Yeah, I
how-
guess we should
about-
probably
I
talk
guess we
about
should
Jake
talk about
Elliott.
that.
Yeah.
Very not good night. I was listening to McAfee earlier in the week, and he was saying something definitely didn't look right with Elliott because he didn't make any adjustments in.
Well,
what,
he was pushing
3 or
everything
4
left.
kicks. That's the thing, though. So it was like some people are like, "Is it wind or is it like is he?"
Didn't look like the wind was strong
No.
enough.
So
I wonder if his hamstring or something was tight.
he was saying hip flexor.
Sure.
So it's like,
Well, if he's injured, I mean, shouldn't this be addressed?
we don't know.
Like, I feel
to
like
be-
it's
well-
quite important to,
Sirianni didn't
Not
address
have a-
Jalen Hurts' ankle injury,
or apparently it's a concussion.
or him. Yeah, right.
It was a rest day for Jalen. What are you talking about?
He just got his Jalen's mixed up. He was talking about Jalen Rager, guys.
That
That's
makes
not
more
funny.
sense.
That's not funny. We don't mention that name.
Why?
Jalen Rager?
Why?
Yeah, what's wrong with Jalen Rager?
I like Jalen Rager.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Why? It's not his fault that he was
crazy,
taken too
crazy
high.
that you don't like him, but I almost guarantee you'd be like, let's put Jalen Rager as the 5th best
No, no,
Philadelphia
no, no, no.
athlete
No, no, no,
over
no.
Joel.
No, no, no.
Why not? Sangoon.
It's way short.
You know what? I just had an idea pop into my head.
What's
about, so remember that list that we did in the top 10 Philadelphia athletes?
that? How can we forget? We bring it up every week.
What if we did a top 10 most hated players that played in Philadelphia that we don't like
Like right now or like of all time?
all time?
That
Would be. I think that would be
top
fun.
10 right now, like between like
Any
collectively.
at any point they played in Philadelphia, any time.
collectively,
Yes.
like all three of us we're figuring out a top 10 list here.
Or we can just start naming people that we don't like.
Jared Bayless.
You like Jared Bayless?
I did not like Jared Bayless. I hated Jared Bayless.
Ben Simmons obviously is on that list.
I put Jared Bayless over Ben Simmons.
Can we talk for like a hot second?
All right.
Man to man, yeah.
But
Do we
boy.
hate Ben Simmons because of the mislay or the pass up on a layup?
No,
It's more than that.
I hate him more than that. Yes.
Okay, because I think that's like kind of the only reason I hate him.
What,
I
because
hate
of the
him.
layup?
Like like that play.
Well, to be fair though, it was kind of a whole thing leading up to that play.
Yeah, he was terrible in the playoffs.
He was terrible that entire series.
But like when I think of guys that I'm like a guy I didn't like, Jonathan Papelbon.
Yeah, he was also named
Like,
that came to mind.
and I didn't like him because I'm like, you just like from the second he stepped on onto the club, I was like, you just annoy me.
Yeah.
And then he's like trying to didn't he get into a fight in our dugout too with a player? Like I know he did it with Bryce when they were in Washington.
Well, I know he was like beefing with the fans there a little bit.
Yeah,
With
like
the umpires too.
so I'm like I just don't like this guy. Where I'm like Ben Simmons, like again, I loved Ben Simmons. And then he was terrible in that 2018?
2018 playoffs against Boston.
No.
Atlanta.
Oh no, that was 2021.
Oh, my fault. Wow. Time flies. So like I loved him leading up to that. And then yes, he was terrible in the playoffs, and then he had that passed up layup, and then he, held out essentially. Was like, I don't want to be here. But I'm like, listen, if that missed layup doesn't happen, like I'm still cool. Like I still like Ben Simmons. Like I'll say it. I don't
I think my disdain towards Ben Simmons is his stubbornness.
That's true.
There, like his refusal to grow his game, his seemingly it doesn't seem like he ever enjoys playing basketball.
Yeah.
Like it almost feels like he's a celebrity in the NBA more so than an actual.
Yeah, like a celebrity that happens to play basketball.
Correct. Like you have guys like a LeBron, like a Steph Curry, like a Kevin Durant, who just have like a genuine love for playing basketball.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't ever feel like Ben Simmons ever
Ben Simmons
actually
uses
enjoys.
basketball as a platform
Yeah.
to gain other.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Ben Simmons actually enjoys playing basketball up until you have the big stuff like the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Because that's when he would always he would always turn it up in January. As soon as the voting started, that's when he would always turn it up. So that's my disdain for Ben Simmons.
I get that.
I just never felt the true passion
Yeah.
and heart from
I
Ben.
I guess it all depends on our list, because when I think of most hated Philly athletes, like I think I tend to think more of guys who I'm like, this guy stepped foot on my team and I hated him. Like not like I guess there are instances. I guess all this being said, I just happen to not hate Ben Simmons as much as everyone else does.
I have over time kind of learned to not hate Ben Simmons as much as what I used
this
to.
At this point, I just kind of feel bad for
That's
him.
kind of where I was going with that. I
He
almost
looks
feel bad.
awful.
He does not look good. He has no confidence.
Keep in mind, we got James Harden for him.
I know. That's kind of still wild to think about.
Does Chip Kelly count?
Yeah, you can count.
Okay, Chip Kelly.
I know yeah, I was gonna say Chip Kelly is absolutely up there.
I'm trying to think of some other Eagles.
I mean, you could pretty much point to like
DeMarco
anybody.
Murray.
No, I didn't hate DeMarco Murray. I hated
Kiko.
Kiko Alonso. Yeah,
Now, did you hate Kiko because it was Kiko, or did you hate him because it was a Chip Kelly?
Both.
it was kind of both. I hated
We
Kiko.
traded
LaShawn
like, yeah, I was
McCoy.
gonna say, arguably my favorite player for a linebacker that was terrible.
Yeah. Like one of the greatest like running backs of all time in Eagles history, and you traded him for a mediocre
He
linebacker.
might be the greatest running back in Philly history.
Right now he currently is. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I was gonna say it's him and Westbrook, and I think I'd give the edge to Shady.
Yeah. I would agree with LaShawn McCoy's 100%. Because I mean, you have to think about like the short span of the rushing title, like in Philly. Like I think he did it in like 6 seasons. Like it was not very long.
Right.
Which is kind of insane to think about. But I don't know.
All right. Let's think of one more guy. I guess we touched Phillies. With
Jason
Papelbon.
Babin.
We need. Oh, I guess you said Jared Bayless.
I didn't say
You
Jared.
didn't like Jared Bayless.
I could not stand Jared Bayless. So I was actually at the game.
Oh, Al Horford.
Oh
yeah, that's a good one.
Al,
That is
a good one.
Al
You know
Horford.
what's crazy though? When he signed, I was actually really excited.
No, me too. And
we both were. We were living
yeah.
together at the time.
we were. I actually always pre Sixers Al Horford. Like even in Boston, I actually never really hated
I
Al
was
Horford.
I'm a Gator fan,
Yeah.
so I was like, hey, I like Al.
Well, and I always liked him with the Hawks too. Like, and then when he went to Boston, like I obviously I hate the Celtics, but like I never really hated Al Horford with the Celtics.
Yeah.
So when he came to Philly, I was like, all right, this is awesome. Like, you know, we got our Embiid insurance and whatnot, and
And then Al forgot how to play basketball.
basically, yeah,
And then they were like, why don't you go to OKC? And then he ended up back in Boston and was like, I remember how to play basketball.
and then he goes and wins a
The
chip.
biggest problem that I have with players or like coaches is when they get mad at fans for like booing them. It's like the whole point. Like you see like Bryce says it every week. He's like, yeah, like they're gonna let us know when we suck. That's the whole thing of Philadelphia.
Like the
And-
whole point, yeah.
And like when players go like. It's why I hold a lot of hatred for like Ben Simmons, because I feel like Ben Simmons was like blaming everybody else but himself for being bad.
It's valid.
So
yeah,
that's
also a good point.
that's why I'm like well, he's like, well, I want out of here because you guys are not treating me like I should be
Because
treated.
you guys are mean.
But it's like
Because I'm
it's
an
why-
all-star, and you guys need to treat me with more respect.
But it's like that's why like players and coaches, when they leave Philadelphia and then they go, well, Philadelphia wasn't nice to me. Well, maybe if you were better at what you were doing, then yeah, we would be nice to you. It's like the
I don't know how that shot didn't count.
Yeah, I'm not really. They're calling that on the floor. Yeah, I'm not really.
I guess it's right there. Okay. I
I mean that's kind of fair. I get what the thought
was
process.
close. Sorry, we have the Bucks Rockets on right now.
Yeah,
Again, I've said it once and I'll say it a million more times. My favorite part about our podcast is we throw the TV on, we throw whatever sports game on, and we just become three bros just watching sports.
this is essentially like bar talk, like in a sense.
Yeah, it just
Except
really
we're just
adds to the vibes,
yeah, we're just in Izzy's basement, and
lighting and all.
I know we really added the lighting. It does look much better this week compared to last week, but that's also because we have an industrial light now.
there's another light.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait. This is.
And-
I'm pretty sure that's on blue. By the way, we can go.
I'm not sure. Is it going to make a
Is it gonna
difference?
Show up.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah,
It's on
kind of.
Yeah, okay, you can
Okay,
kind
yeah.
of see that a little bit.
Eagles talk.
You just change for the mood, and then you put on the red lights, and then the mood gets a little weird.
Trying to. Here's what I'll do.
You know
The
what?
the
I think
the mood you put on the red lights, and now you get some PTSD from college.
What were you doing in college, brother?
It's just the red lights. I'm telling you.
Dang, the refs must suck.
Are we done with our list?
I don't know. I feel like I could keep
I feel
rattling
like I
off.
could definitely keep going.
I feel like I could definitely name some more people that I hated to watch.
Oh my god!
Wait, that's a
Can-
thing.
Can you imagine if we did
I
the
actually
whole?
just think I broke the light.
We actually have a whole strobe light going here now.
Oh my gosh, are we gonna have to put like a flashlight, like flashing
Epilepsy
light
warning.
Yeah. Oh, there.
Oh, God.
no.
Yeah.
There we go.
It
Nope,
won't
nope.
go away.
Yeah.
We may have broke it.
How do I get it to stop?
I don't know if
I
you
wouldn't
can.
stop it.
Oh, why did it get worse?
I wish you guys could see these right now. These are awesome.
Well,
Dude.
some of you can, depending on which platform you're viewing off of.
Yeah, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
How do I do? Oh, thank God.
All right, there we go.
Boo. I was having a fun time.
Dude, my eyes hurt.
I know
Remind me
my
to-
eyes actually hurt
Remind me
too.
of the shower head I have.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
The
What?
LED shower. Yeah, I bought an LED shower head.
Yeah.
Why?
And,
Because I can.
And an LED soap dispenser and an LED toilet ring.
Because I can. Never have to turn my light
His
on
bathroom
again.
is like legit. It's amazing.
It's awesome.
Your
It is.
bathroom. like,
Yes.
You're gonna like invite a girl over one day, and she's like gonna like withhold the fact that she's has epilepsy, and you.
No, it's not strobe light. The only,
Oh,
only
okay.
the only strobe one is the shower head.
and that's when the lights go red in the bathroom.
He's gonna like. Yeah, you can take a shower. That's fine. And like.
I'm just gonna hear a giant thud on the
All of a
ground.
sudden, 3 hours later, you're like, man, it's a really long shower.
You're like, oh, this girl's using up all my hot water.
Yeah, Mr. Grassy is like, it's like no, man, we really got to talk. What's going on with the water, man? You've like this water bill is so high. You say, meanwhile, that girl is still like
Passed out in the shower.
having an epileptic seizure.
Yeah. So back on topic.
All right, who are some other people I hate?
Wait, did you say your toilet bowl? has
Yes.
Yeah, I
LED?
have a
Yeah.
light for my
She
toilet.
like just goes to use the.
Yes, I don't have to turn my light on ever again. It's sensor light too, so it's like I just walk past the door and it turns on. And
This
it's
is the
awesome.
most like.
It's at Ollie's for $10.
That's
He
true.
made
We
me
did.
get them all.
I did actually.
He's
This,
like,
this
I'm
was
gonna
actually
he's like,
partially
I'm
I was
gonna
my
gonna,
walk
I
fault.
was
through
gonna
you.
be like, don't you share a bathroom? But then I forgot
No.
all of your siblings don't live with you anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is my own like private bathroom.
No, the best part was me and Colleen were shopping for blinds, and in the same section was like the bathroom stuff. So we saw these, and I was like, "Nolan, you should get." Like, meanwhile, Colleen's like
Colleen
focused
is
on the
so
blinds, and I'm
focused
like,
on the blinds.
"Get all this LED shower."
And he was like, "That's a great idea, Connor."
"No, I really had to talk him into it."
So no, he had to talk. I was gonna buy what was I gonna buy? The shower head.
You were just gonna buy the shower head.
I was gonna buy the
and then
shower
you
head,
were
and Connor's like, "You should get the complete set," and I'm like, I don't
so
know.
it's the
not-
shower head,
Yep.
toilet bowl.
Yes.
And
And
soap
soap
dispenser.
dispenser.
and it's like a refillable soap dispenser too. So all I have to do is just refill the soap. Yeah,
So like the Eagles win, and you walk
Yeah,
in, and
no, I
you're like
could, yeah.
green.
I could.
He actually has
Actually,
it playing.
I lied. The toilet light is not like
I forget. Doesn't the shower play music too?
I came with a speaker, but the speaker's shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't use it.
Came with a
I could
speaker.
like answer phone calls in the shower.
Hey,
with that
Grassy,
speaker.
what are you
can
doing?
conduct business
Washing
meetings
my
from the
butt.
shower.
He's taking like ad phone calls, like
Oh, I had,
Like
I had a
Arnold-
friend, I had a
Arnold
friend call
Palmer
me. I had a
calls.
friend call me while I was using it.
that's different.
No, it's different than for friends calling you. It's another thing if Arnold Palmer's calling you, and
And you're like, hey,
We're-
one sec, I have to turn my LED toilet
this-
seat off.
we're here to
first
discuss business
first
opportunities.
sponsorship
And it's
that
like,
we
yeah,
get.
I'm in the shower.
I can't wait for an LED toilet ring company to like
The ad, the
send
first
us
ad
an
read,
ad read.
the
I
first
know.
ad read we ever get, I'm gonna read it, but it's gonna be in the shower, just standing
You're
there.
just gonna hear.
No, it's
Just
loud.
the-
It's so loud.
No, that's the water, dummy.
Yeah, the shower head is like extremely loud.
I really want the Rockets to win this game.
I do too.
It's really close.
I know. I'm hoping. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Block.
Oh man.
Blocked by Giannis.
18. Is Doc gonna call
Foul.
timeout?
no.
Oh,
No.
sorry. Oh, sorry. I forgot they weren't.
Why
Oh,
would
gosh.
Doc?
Oh,
this
gosh.
This is
That's
gonna be.
Dame.
This is
It's
gonna be.
Dame
Mon-
time.
Damon Dillon. Damon Dillon Brooks. Oh, he gets it with 3 seconds
what
left.
a finish!
This is why I love sports.
That's crazy.
Though I really want the Rockets to hit a shot.
I really hope they do.
I kind of think that block was goaltend, by the way.
They have missed so many opportunities, though, the Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, shout out the guy wearing the Milwaukee Brewers hoodie in there. That does not match anything of what Milwaukee.
I hope it's
Bucks.
Reese Hoskins.
That
miss
would be
him.
kind of funny.
Miss him.
He was wearing like the green, the dark
No,
green.
show the block. How is that the payoff plays of the game? Random white guy hits a 3. That's like nothing new.
No, I think that's still going at the.
Also, the fact that Sengun just like threw his hands up when I'm like, bro, go get a rebound.
Yeah, it's like go play defense or something.
Did I start him this week in fantasy?
I started Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart both tonight, and I think they're doing like okay. I'm still yet to get a win. I'm 0-4. I think you won last
did.
week. Yeah. Yeah, I
played
mean,
someone tonight.
listen, it doesn't help that I come on this podcast and I'm like,
No,
yeah,
I played Paul George.
my fantasy teams are terrible. My fantasy basketball team, guys, I promise I know ball. All right, like
So
No,
like
no
the
ball.
issue is like Connor and I know ball, but like we don't know fantasy. Actually, apparently I know fantasy football.
I mean, I'm good year to year. I have a very good system year to year, but when it comes to dynasty,
Means
that's where,
farm system.
yeah,
All right, Connor. Do we have any Phillies topics we need to discuss?
yeah. I think Alex Bregman's price is too much.
What's
From-
his price?
Like 10 years,
Yeah, he wants to
350
dump it out.
million.
Isn't he 30 something?
He's
Yeah.
31. I
So-
I
Alec
told
Boehm,
so
you are
here's-
staying a Philly.
I told-
Here's the
Hold
thing.
on, here we
here's
go.
the thing.
Sengun.
oh they fouled.
So here's the thing with the Alex Bregman thing, contract, whatever. Last year, his agent Scott Boras was doing that same tactic with Snell and Jordan Montgomery,
It
And
did
it
not
took-
work.
and it took them both into the season to sign with somebody on short-term deals.
I also love
So-
how Jordan Montgomery opted into his contract after the owner was like, "Yeah, this was a terrible decision."
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I would have
So-
done it too.
I honestly probably would have also.
I like Scott Boras. I understand, like he's the biggest.
What is CBK?
CBK.
College basketball?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Why does that
understand.
hurt my head?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Grassy, but all of a sudden on like the ticker on the bottom of the screen, they have CBK.
The ADD has really kicked in for all of us here.
Now that we're on camera, all of a sudden everything is just more crazy.
More prevalent.
Actually,
yeah.
it's the fact that we had a strobe light going, and now my eyes are still adjusting to everything.
I feel like I'm still a little cross-eyed, me personally.
I'm used to it.
That's,
Yeah, apparently from the
Grassy goes
bathroom.
to take
Yeah.
a leak, and he's like, "This is I'm numb to this."
This is 3 a.m. I mean,
Nolan actually, he has the strobe light at like full
You
blast.
know what you should do, Grassy?
Mm.
You should like piss your parents off and just exclusively buy LED strips and like use them as wallpaper, so that your entire
Oh my
room
gosh.
is just LED lights.
like
So you walk
they're
in-
letting the dog out, and they
It's-
can just see.
Yeah,
just
you-
see it.
It's,
It's
like
that-
that,
it's
it's
like-
that
it's like
scene
if you
from
took-
iCarly where she like walks in the apartment.
She's like,
yeah.
it's like if all the Christmas lights were inside your room
Yeah.
every day of the year.
Well, I think I already made Dad upset with him because he walked. Cause he,
What in your bathroom?
Yeah. 'cause
That's hilarious.
He went to go to the bathroom on Thursday, and he goes, "If I open up the lid, will the light fall out?" And I go, "Yes, it will." And he goes, "Fine, I'm going upstairs."
The lid.
He botched it. Oh
Boo.
man, he had it too.
Was also definitely a push off.
Yeah, it was.
Back to the Scott Boras thing.
That was like perfectly drawn up. Too.
I know that was perfectly drawn up. My guy's not happy. That's
Who's the
crazy.
inbounder? Was it Fred? It was Fred.
I think it was Fred.
I can't believe you can't make that pass. It was.
He was wide open.
Oh, it wasn't even a push off.
No, it wasn't.
Giannis
He
just sold.
Giannis went the wrong way. Man,
It was
oh
a
man.
Terrible pass.
Yeah, he shouldn't have tried to pass it back in. He should have just. I mean, granted, he only had 2 seconds, so that clock in his head was
What are they
probably like
looking
going
at?
like crazy. Probably looking to see if there's a foul. I don't know.
I
That's
guess they're not
crazy.
looking at anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's game blouses.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what were we talking about?
we were talking about Scott
Phillies.
Boras, Phillies. Yes, sorry. Um,
I'm just staring at the camera like.
yeah, Nolan's looking at the camera like he's in the office here, like he's
Um,
the sexiest man,
Basically,
people's
I'm wondering,
sexiest man alive.
I'm wondering why Scott
Did
Boras.
your wife tell you that too?
What, the John Krasinski
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
I hate women. My wife, we're in bed the other night, right? And it's like, it's like bedtime. Like it's
Yeah.
like it's like
Like
12:30.
you're like falling
yeah.
asleep.
And my wife, we sleep like back to back.
Yeah.
So she like rolls over and she's like, "Hey," I'm like, She goes, "John Krasinski was just nominated as sexiest man alive by whatever magazine."
Yeah.
And I was like, I think in my head I was like, "Fuck you." And like,
I just roll back
I
over.
think verbally I went, "That's cool," and I went back to sleep. But anyway, what were you saying, Grassy? That reminds me. Did you know that
I actually like when Colleen is talking to me as I'm like sleeping, and then I'm just starting like I don't even know what she's asking anymore, but I'm just responding
Yeah.
with gibberish at
Mary,
that point.
Mary has had full conversations with me being unconscious.
Yes,
Like,
same. It's the
like all of a
funniest
sudden
thing.
she's like, "Do you not remember the conversation we had last night?" And I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh my gosh, I told you all my deepest, darkest secrets." And I'm like, "That's crazy."
But no, like Colleen does it like as like a joke, and it's like,
Are you
Yeah.
muting us?
No, I'm on battery saver mode, so we're probably gonna want to finish this up soon.
Oh,
yeah, all right. Oh gosh, Phillies. All right.
Scott Boras is a dumbass, is what I'm
Okay,
just trying
yeah,
to get
Alex-
at. That I'm
Alex
done.
Bregman-
Alex Bregman is too expensive.
He
Sounds
is
like
too-
Alec Bohm will be sticking around. I did hear that the Phillies might be in on Juan Soto.
I know they're getting a meeting with him now.
I'll take the meeting. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't want him to sign with the Mets. I don't want him to sign with the Yankees. If he wants to sign with anyone, he can go sign with like the Rays.
the Rays or like the Red Sox
Anyone
or
that we
the
don't see
Blue
frequently.
Jays. Yeah, I don't really care if he signs out west or not even out west. If he signs with somebody in the American League,
Yeah, you can't really say out west. For...
yeah, because I really hope he doesn't sign with the Dodgers.
I would like find a way to riot.
Honestly, if he signs with the Dodgers, I might just go storm Dodger
I
Stadium.
might become a soccer fan.
Or like yeah.
Be a soccer fan.
I mean, I'm also a soccer fan, but not a good one.
Anyway,
I like Everton,
yep.
but we're also really
Oh,
bad.
That's is that the team?
That's
that,
European.
No, is that the team that who owns them?
No, that's not.
What are you
That's not
thinking of?
Wrexham. It's
Wrexham,
not.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
not Ryan Reynolds, and although I do follow them, I do like Everton just because my brothers and dad picked soccer teams, and they were like, "You should pick a soccer team too," and I was like, "Sure, let's pick Everton," and I was like, "Holy cow, they're terrible. I hope we don't get relegated."
And they might.
They might, but hopefully not anytime soon since I've been following. But
Any other comments anybody needs to make?
No, invest in LED toilet seats because if the apocalypse happens, at least you can see where you pee.
that's a good point. And I don't know how long the battery operated factor is with them.
I plugged in that battery, and when did I buy that? A month and a half ago.
Roughly, yeah.
It's still I have yet to change that battery, so it works.
I'm hopeful that the Sixers get some wins here pretty soon because
They need them.
they need them. Yeah. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
And I hope the Phillies do something interesting this offseason.
Like Juan Soto.
Please.
Yeah, I agree. Holy cow.
I
Cooper
think-
Rush
well,
is terrible.
No, I think he threw that at the ground to kill the play.
Probably. But it just looked really bad.
Can't believe we're actively choosing to watch the Cowboys play football.
Yeah, but we're running out of things to watch.
Be sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, Boat Row Bullies. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Boat Row Bullies. Be sure, if you don't want to watch and look at our faces, you can go over to Spotify.
I wore a new hat tonight.
Also, Boat Row
I didn't even wear a
Bullies.
hat.
Yeah.
Episode-
I can't say this is a new hat.
It's
I-
new to the viewers.
Spotify
It's new to the
episodes
viewers.
pull up on Thursdays at 7 p.m. That's a given. YouTube episodes, still trying to figure that one out. Any questions, comments? You guys are good. You guys are good. Connor, say the thing.
I do like Izzy's Mike Scott picture there because it also is the boat
Hold on,
row.
I got it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because it's got the boat row on it and the headband. I know we can. This is Izzy's item of the week.
This is my show and tell.
Yeah,
I bought this. I forget her name. I never know how to pronounce it right.
Dwani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought this as a special. It was like 2 for $20.
You got me one
I
too.
got Connor one for
Yeah.
Christmas one year, and I bought this one because I did love Mike Scott, and he
Still love. I actually still have Mike Scott's jersey.
isn't he playing in Egypt?
It's something like
He
that.
just won like Egypt League MVP.
I love Mike Scott,
Shout out Mike Scott. So anyway, this
especially
was my
for
show
him
and
fighting
tell.
all those Eagles fans.
Oh, it was the best. Next week, tune in and I'll show more random stuff in my house.
Tune in next week and you'll see all three of us again.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows?
I can't wait for the week where I'm like, hey guys, I can't make it. And you're like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
And then,
we get like a makeshift, like, this is Connor and Grassy in my garage. I guess I could just be like, hey guys, I can't make it. Here's my basement.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but I don't know. We could probably just film in the garage. That's
You should
fine.
film in your car. Be more authentic.
It would be kind of funny.
Anyway, what
Anyway.
battery percentage are we at?
16.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
we
we
got
have plenty of time. What?
It's
You're trying to
It's dropping fast.
you're
Oh,
trying to
oh,
rush us off,
it's-
and we're
You
It's
got anything
dropped-
else you want to talk about?
It's dropping. No,
I have plenty I wanna
guys,
talk
I'm being
about.
Dead. I'm being so honest with you. I'm running two things at once. It's dropping fast.
I mean, let's
It
think
was at
about
full-
it.
Let's
It
talk
was at-
about life here for a
it was
second.
at full battery when I showed up here today, and now it
Well,
is.
listen, you guys showed up at like what, 8 o'clock? It's
Yeah,
like
but I
11.
didn't
It's been
turn-
3 hours.
I didn't turn it on until like you got down
Well,
here.
shame on you. That's on you.
Sorry, I'm running two programs at once
Why don't you have the charger?
Yeah, where's the charger?
because normally I don't run into this problem.
Well,
Well, now
Now
we know
you
for
know.
next time.
All right, well there we go.
you know what else we should know about? Is how your day was, Connor.
My day, it was busy.
We did the whole outro too.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Yeah,
Connor didn't say the
I didn't
thing.
say the thing yet. My day it was busy. Work was a little chaotic.
Did you find anything fun in any cars? Did you repo any cars today?
Not today. I did
Oh.
on Saturday.
I hope you know that if we get down to a point where I'm going to cut this, I'm going to say the thing, and we're going to stop this right then and there.
I just
I'm actually.
I just love how anxious you are about it.
He's getting really
Like
stressed
when
out
you were
about
like,
it.
"Hey, we're on low battery. We gotta go." I'm
I
like,
thought
"Oh my
we were
God,
at
we're
like
at
2%.
Oh my
That's
God,
what
we
I
gotta
thought.
go."
We're at 16, and I'm like,
It's dropping. I just want to make
well,
sure.
what are we at
Well,
now?
listen,
It's been a couple
it's
minutes.
always
What-
dropping.
Not even been a couple minutes. It's been 45 seconds.
All right. Well, what are you at?
16.
Oh my, gosh. We
You're
have
telling
plenty
me
of time.
We have at least 16 minutes.
Yeah.
15.
We have
Oh
at
my
least
gosh.
15 minutes.
All right, you guys keep going.
Let's think.
What do we
What
want?
other
How was
Philly
how was your
athletes do I
day?
hate? It was fine. I was supposed to go look at mini ponies with Landon,
Really?
and the farm was closed.
So what'd you do
I went to my
instead?
parents.
Oh, okay, that
Yeah,
works.
my mom was like, she texted me the other day and was like, "Do you want to go see some mini ponies
Yeah.
with me and my niece?" And I was like, "That sounds like fun." Sure. And
Yeah.
then my mom got there and she's like, "They're closed." And I'm like, "I just drove an hour." She was like, "You can come over." And I was like, "Good."
Yeah. It's
So
like
we
I wasn't
hung
going
out.
home. I was
Just
doing something.
Me, Landon, my mom, my niece, my brother.
Do you guys ever just drive by like farms and just like look at animals?
No, my parents' backyard, they have like a field. So like there's
Oh,
like
yeah.
horses and cows sometimes. So
Yeah,
sometimes Landon will be like, "Moo, moo, moo."
I do like
Also, speaking of Landon, I was watching the Sixers
Yeah.
on my phone while I'm trying to get him to sleep.
yeah.
Bad parenting. And he's watching the game and he's like fighting sleep, and like Jared McCain like made a 3, and Landon like snaps out of sleep and points at my phone and goes, "Ball!" And I was like, "Bucket!" And then he goes, "Oh!" It's the best. Being a
Ball
dad is so
knower.
fun.
Ball knower
Ball
Landon.
knower, legit ball knower. What are we at, Grassy?
Yeah,
You're
don't
over
worry.
here having an
Don't
anxiety
worry about
attack.
it.
We're still
Don't
at
worry
15.
about it.
That's
I
crazy.
guarantee you we're still at 15%.
I bet you it went up. I bet you were at 17. Do you really want us to end it?
You keep going.
Good. I was really excited. Something just
14.
fell from my ceiling. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I am actually trying to think. 64-yard field goal. Holy cow.
Why are they attempting this?
Oh, they're actually doing it too. He
made it. He made it.
Good. Wow.
Wow.
All right. Respect.
Aubrey? Brandon
Yeah.
Aubrey?
Yeah. Impressive.
What's the NFL record?
Justin
64.
Tucker. Oh, there's a flag.
It's
And now I'm really
it's-
curious. I think
Back him up
Justin,
5 yards and
I
make
think
him do it
Justin
again.
Tucker said it at 66.
Back him up
Was
5
it?
yards and make
Yeah.
him do it again.
Go for the record.
Derek Barnett.
Hello?
It's always Derek Barnett.
Yeah, that's actually kind of true.
Did he jump off sides? Just
Now,
decline
do-
it because it was cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point, do you just like roll with it or what?
66 for Justin Tucker.
See, I was right. Head slap.
Bro,
yes.
bro said,
So they're
bro
just-
said good
Also-
kick.
They're just casually taking off the 64-yard field goal.
I also head slap.
Derek Barnett, a familiar face.
To
What is
penalties.
a head slap?
I'm really curious by this. I would indeed say that was a head slap.
I
He
can't
literally
believe you-
punched.
You
I
He
can't-
dummy.
essentially punched that man in the
I
face.
can't believe I can't believe you can actually call that a flag though. Like
That's
what did he
kinda crazy.
actually do? I know he slapped a guy in the face.
Shouldn't that be like illegal hands to the face?
No, because he didn't actually like illegal hands to the face when you like shoving them in the face
Oh,
mask.
so this is okay.
Well, he did it from the side, so it's a head slap.
So he bitch slapped him.
Essentially,
But
yeah.
I don't think like
Do it again.
You know how funny it would be actually now that if like Dallas just didn't score at all this drive
no, they
because they throw an interception or
knock the
fumble it or
64-yard
something
gotta
stupid.
pray.
field goal
Please.
off. Anyway, it's late. We should probably wrap up.
Yeah, we probably
for
should
sure.
wrap it up. It is 10:30.
Let me look at my watch. It's a hair tie.
I like it.
Thanks.
All right, folks. I think it's about time to say the thing, and that thing is stay beautiful out there.
Bye.
Bye bye.